Welcome to Get 'em Uncut. So last time I talked to you about plant-based protein. Today I'm going to talk to you about various types of protein and what you need to know about those proteins. Now there used to be three major proteins out there that you can find in the store. There's whey protein, there's whey isolate, and there's casein. But now, since a lot of people have been using it, they have a lot of companies are now going on and adding to their supply. They're adding plant-based protein. So now there's 4 ones you can find in a supplement store. There may be more, but those are 4 common ones you will find. Now you may ask, what protein do I want? Well, it all depends on what you're trying to do. Now, if I'm bulking, this is one of the, I happened to find a couple of old ones I was taking. This is, y'all might have seen this in my video in YouTube, the Rivalus, right, protein. Now this one, I'm gonna compare this one to Body Fit, Prime Mass. Both of these are weight gainers. So I'm gonna tell you the difference between those proteins. And then I'm going to get to you about casein. When and should you take casein? Now, there's a difference between, first of all, let me talk to you about casein. Let me tell you about casein. Casein, it's a slow digestion. So it takes a long time for your body to digest. So usually you would take that before you go to bed. If you're the kind of person who gets hungry at night, casein would carry you over to the morning. Now, if you are doing a show or if you're about to compete and you're shredding, like what I was doing, casein wasn't recommended for me to take because the feeling you want is that the hunger feeling. You don't want to be starving, but you want to be hungry. That's what puts your body, which means your body's in a deficit. Which means your calories in a deficit, which is good if you're shredding. But casein, like if I'm bulking right now, I don't want to lose any. If I'm bulking, casein will be the one I take. Now, if at nighttime, if I go to bed. Now, this one I'm going to tell you about is the clean gainer. Okay? Now, the clean gainer, this one, I'm going to tell you about the calories. This one has 60 grams of protein, 90 carbs, and the calories is 560 if you take 2 scoops. If you take 4 scoops, it's 1,120 calories. Now you might say, well, that's a lot of calories. Well, if you're bulking and you got a high metabolism rate like me, then this is something you would like to take. However, when you get 4 scoops and you put into a cup or you mix it with water or milk, it comes very thick and sometimes it's hard to, it makes it hard for you to want to swallow. Now, this one, Body Tech, this one is 1,200 calories for 4 scoops. So that's 1,200 calories for 4 scoops, and this is 1,120 calories for 4 scoops. And 55 grams of protein, and this one is 60 grams of protein. Now, your body cannot digest 60 grams of protein at one time, or 55 grams of protein one time. So what I do, I break it up. I take like 2 scoops. So it's 55 divided by 2. I take that. Same as well as this one. I never take the full scoops because I don't want to put a lot of hard work in my kidneys. So I take half of what it says. Now this, like I tell you, what Synthesis 6 has casein, isolate, and whey protein mixed together, and that's why they cause that bloating. Now everybody don't get that bloating, and it might not affect everybody. Like some protein, like this one has the same thing. However, you may not get that bloating. You have to try to see what protein is best for you. If you get a lot of gas or you have a lot of bloating, then you might want to change proteins. Now, casein, let me tell you what isolate's for. So isolate, if you're going to the gym and you need something real fast, and really it's not too many times that, I mean, I can't see really spending money to buy isolate, because then you buy isolate, then you buy whey, then you buy casein, and if you get the money to spend it, you can, but some people just want to buy one protein and be done with it. And so what I used to get was Gold Standard. I used to love that protein, and a lot of athletes take Gold Standard. I take various ones as well. There's another one I wish I had. I took before, but I wish I had it with me right now. It's Intech. When I went to Jack's Nutrition, they told me, one of the guys there who worked there told me that Mayo Clinic uses Intech protein on their patients. Now, Intech protein tastes good. Matter of fact, the one I was wanting to get was the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They got little bits of cereal in it. My friend liked the s'mores one in it, but they got little bits of cereal in it, and like even the Fruit Loops or whatever, they got a little bit of cereal in it, and you can taste it, and it tastes amazing. But it's supposed to be a real good protein to take. Intake, it come in a green bottle. Matter of fact, I get it. I'll show y'all what that one is. Now, this one was on sale. A Body Tech. This is casein protein. Now, the only thing about casein protein is real thick. It's kind of like yogurt. It's real thick. So you might get this. You might not even like it. This one's right here is unflavored. Yeah, slow releasing is unflavored. So I usually mix it with something like some bananas, or mix it with some peanut butter or some strawberries to give it some flavor. But this right here is what you take it. If I take at night, because it's slow processing. Now you got your casein, which is slow processing. Which if you're trying to shred or you're trying to lose weight, then I wouldn't recommend taking in casein. And plant-based protein, that's a good one to take. So the thing you want to look at is the calories. In order to lose weight, you can't go from a lot of calories to more calories. You want to go to a deficit. So if let's say you're about 6,000 calories a day, or 4,000 or 2,000, whatever your calories is. So just to use an example, say you eat about 3,000 calories for that day, right? So you're trying to lose weight, then you want to go under 3,000, maybe 2,500, and down to 2,200. Now, I'm gonna tell you, when I was shredding, it's not an easy thing to do. Now, any athlete would tell you, like one time I was about to do my first show, and my coach was telling me, I was telling my coach I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. He's like, because I have a high metabolism rate. And he was like, well, here's the thing. This is where champions are born. Between first place and fifth place. A person who's first place, they can take the hunger and stand it, and they'll go through it and be okay with it. Versus somebody who's in fifth place will cheat and do it just to make it by. So, one time I went to my weigh-in, and I had some peanuts before I went there. After I left the gym, I was hungry, so I ate some peanuts. So, and then I didn't drink the water I was supposed to. I drink like a gallon. So my coach was like, you been cheating? Did you? I was like, no, I didn't cheat. And he can look at me because your stomach never lies. Now, you can do 1,000 crunches. You can do 2,000 crunches and think you're going to have the best abs in the world. But in order to get those abs, not only you got to do the work, but it's also your diet. You got to have a proper diet. So my coach, he would know if I cheated. If I ate some peanuts, I was like, yeah, I ate some peanuts. Or he might not know exactly what I ate, but he know I cheated. You can look at your abs and your body. Your body tells everything. It can tell how much, if you drink enough water, if you haven't drunk enough water. If you got a trained dietitian or a trained personal trainer, they can who can look at the body and tell. Like my personal trainer, he can look at my body and he can tell if I was cheating or not, if I had enough water, if I didn't. But if you got somebody like a dietitian on your team and they can look at you and tell, a good one who does shows and stuff can tell you, nah, something don't look right. And mine was on point. He knows about if I was drinking or not, if I was whatever. So